Hello students, welcome to the biology class. So to begin this session, to begin this class, before I wanted to discuss the topic of test cross. So before starting the new topic test cross, because I found in the assignment there was a very common question and doubt you all had, or otherwise mistake which you had committed. Now please listen to the question carefully. The question would be to find out the genotype of the dominant phenotypic individual. So if there is a question regarding determining the genotype of a dominant phenotype, remember this question can come in monohybrid cross also and the dihybrid cross also. So right now I am teaching you regarding the monohybrid cross, but once we have covered the dihybrid cross, I will be teaching this topic again in the form of dihybrid questions, because this question oftenly come in board exam, and even in the last batch I have found students were not able to answer properly. So whenever there is a question of genotype to be determined of a dominant phenotypic individual, please simply write their test cross, because first thing is that you have to say that this can only be done with the help of a cross called as test cross. Then let's go through the whole explanation and please be attentive. Now the question which I gave was that we have taken the point that there is a height category we are talking about of Pisum sativum. So if the question says find out the genotype of a dominant phenotype individual, let's take the example of height of Pisum sativum. So the edible pea, the garden pea, its height character has two forms. It's tall or otherwise dwarf. So we all know dwarf is a phenotype which is always recessive. So recessive genotype will be always homozygous. So where are we having the problem? The problem is with dominant, because dominant individual can be homozygous or it can be heterozygous. So your answer should be like this, that the dominant individual can be either homozygous or heterozygous. So with the help of the test cross, we are able to find whether it is homo or whether it is heterozygous. So every time this question comes, you have to mention like this. Case 1, if your plant which you are given in the exam or in the question which is coming, if the tall plant of the pea is homozygous in genotype, then the result of the test cross will be like this. Now in the hurry, I have seen students copying wrong things, and 3:1 ratio, which is blunder, can never happen. So if the pea plant which is given to you is tall individual, and this tall individual, if it is a homozygous one, so the genotype should be capital T and capital T. And what is the definition of test cross? The individual which you have with you, you are going to cross it with the recessive parent, recessive parental type, or recessive with the same character. So the recessive will be small t, small t. So in test cross, you always take small t, small t. And case 1, if it is a homozygous one, then capital T is crossed with the small t, small t. In this case, all gametes will be capital T. In this case, all gametes will be small t. So the checker box, always make a checker box to explain this. So in this case, you will find all individuals are going to be capital T and small t. This is the genotype of all of them, and all of them are going to be tall. So that means what? If a plant is given to you and you have to find out the dominant plant's of genotype, so what you are going to do is you are going to cross it in, this is on paper done, but as a plant breeder you will do it in reality, in the field or in the research area. So when you perform this cross, and in the next generation, if all that plants which come are tall, that means the plant which you have is homozygous. Now second case, if it is a heterozygous individual, in that case the genotype of the individual will be mentioned as capital T and small t, and the recessive parent type again small t, small t. So here all gametes will be small t. In this case, half of the gamete will be capital T and half will be small t. And when a cross is made, 50% are going to be capital T small t, 50% are going to be small t small t. That means 1:1 ratio. And in the same manner, 50% are going to be tall and 50% are going to be dwarf. That means 1:1 ratio. So if in the next generation all individuals are dominant type, then your dominant plant is homozygous, and if 50-50%, then it is heterozygous one. I hope this is clear to you. Don't create same mistake next time in the exam. I'll be giving you another question in the assignment regarding this, and you are supposed to solve it.